Hi, my name is Melody Green, Sweet Melody, and I am here to deliver a speech on the positive and negative effects of hip-hop music. My general purpose is to educate you and entertain you, but by the end of this speech, you will be enlightened on the history, the reality, and the reasoning behind some of the lyrical influences of hip-hop music and have a clear understanding of the conceptual process. The positive and negative influence of hip-hop music comes from the experiences of the writer, and the listener can either relate to the lyrics or know someone they can relate the lyrics to, or they're just fascinated by that type of lifestyle. With having experience as a female rapper, an instructor at our recording studio, a hostess for Platform TV, as well as being a mentor, I produce, interview, and dissect lyrics from various hip-hop artists. So I'm very experienced to deliver this speech through my personal experience, knowledge, and also research that I've done. Hip-hop music is over a $10 billion a year business. Regardless to if the lyrics are positive or negative, at the end of the day, it's big business that became lucrative from the people that lived the lifestyle and wrote a story about what they see. Let's get right to it. My main point is the conscious rapper. The conscious rapper focuses on bringing knowledge and self-awareness. The lyrics usually are uplifting, positive, encouraging, a personal story with a strong message. Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five was the first rap group to expose the inner city neighborhoods, aka the ghettos. The message, which was the title of the song, forever changed the content of hip-hop music. Some of the lyrics from that song give the listener a bird's eye view of the potential life in the ghetto from birth. A child is born with no state of mind, blind to the ways of mankind. God's smiling on you, but he's frowning too, because only God knows what you'll go through. You'll grow in the ghetto, living second rate, and your eyes will sing the song of deep hate. That right there, those few bars lyrics gives you a bird's eye view, a vivid feeling of what it's like to live in the ghetto from someone who experienced it. So people who will never go to the ghetto are into the ghetto just through the lyrics of this song. Slick Rick, he's another unique rapper with a British accent. He introduced the industry to his style of conscious, true storytelling narrative rap. He has a song called The Children's Story, which is a bedtime story with a message to deter teens from breaking the law. Here's 8 bars of that. There's a little boy who was misled by another little boy, and this is what he said. Me and you, type, we're going to make some cash, robbing old folks and making a dash. They did the job and money came with ease, but one couldn't stop. It was like he had a disease. He robbed another, and a sister and a brother. Then he robbed a man who was a DT undercover. A DT undercover is a detective, for those that don't know. So Slick Rick spoke on peer pressure, negative influence, and how it all began. There's so many other conscious rappers, but the effect of hip-hop music runs deep and treads on emotional grounds, positive or negative, which leads me to my second point. Negative influence of hip-hop really went mainstream when gangster rap group NWA, an acronym for Niggas with Attitude, introduced it. Although the lyric content and song titles were extremely and are extremely explicit, the songs still possess a strong message. The police became the voice of the people and gave the listener an insight of the gangs, the violence, and the police brutality in South Central LA. Biggie Smalls, his lyrics, although it was a true expression of his upbringing and people that he's seen grow up, rang negative on the hip-hop radar as well. Known as one of the greatest rappers of all times, the majority of his music had explicit lyrics and expressed the voice and the life of the people so vivid that he made it sound fascinating and attainable for anyone who would listen to it. His song, The 10 Crack Commandments, gave you a do's and don'ts, step-by-step manual on how to sell crack, what to do and what not to do. He also bragged about being fashion and influencing others that looks weren't everything, but being classy was. Black and ugly as ever, however, I stay Coogee down to my socks, rings and watch filled with rocks. He's saying his rings and his watches are filled with ice, diamonds. So that glitter and glam type of lifestyle, that's exactly what he rapped about. Which brings me to my third point, is that hip hop has become a lifestyle. All these artists from different backgrounds deliver a message that's coming from inner cities or personal experiences, what they believe and the way they grew up. So just having a bit of history of why positive and negative effects of hip hop music is written from the perspective of which they were written, dissecting from both a positive and negative lyrics to get a better understanding is what my intentions were to deliver to you. So the next time you listen to a rap song, you listen to hip hop, just listen with a different ear, and maybe you too will hear the message. Enjoy.